Like a family setting, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome on in, everybody. I apologize for technical difficulties. We are here from University of Riverside, or UC Riverside Sports Complex on this fine Sunday afternoon. Power taking on the Inland Valley Bucs for Game 3 of CPCL action. Currently, it's a 5-1 ball game. Trevor Eby started out the game. He's delivered 5 solid innings so far, and the offense has done their job. 4 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth, and now they're coming up in the 6th. Top of the 6th, Isaac Rodriguez, Cato Kleinman, Casey Kleinman due up. Rodriguez on the day. He struck out in the second. He reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Stole a base on the way there. And he's facing off against the second man on the mound for the Inland Valley Bucs. Came in after what looked like it could have been a possible injury against Miles Walton. With a 2-2 count, he came in and delivered 1 pitch against Walton. Walton hit a single up the middle, and then a great throw from the outfielder caught Jamal Ritter trying to score, as it's a 1-1 count now. Rodriguez getting a spot start today in this doubleheader. It'll be a game right now. We're in the top of the 6th inning. It's 1-2 now as the fastball's in there for a strike. And then there will be a game about 30 to 45 minutes after this. Coming off of their first loss of the season, they took home a 7-5 loss last night against the Inland Valley Legends. 1-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. And it's this Inland Valley Sports Complex, the Legends, the Bucs, the Pirates, that have really been a thorn in the Power's side over the last couple years, if you can even say that. Ground ball to second base, fielded cleanly, throw down to first, pulls him off the bag, and that's going to be an E4, getting Isaac Rodriguez on base again. Second time on by an error, second error by the Inland Valley Bucs, and that'll lead the way to Cato Kleinman. Kleinman 1 for 2 on the day, struck out in the 4th, had a single and scored in the 3rd. Again, 1 of 5 power runs on the day, and they got a solid outing from Trevor Eby so far. Again, he's delivered 5 with just 1 run. That 1 run came in the 5th inning. He struck out 4. He hasn't walked a batter. He's been excellent so far. Just allowed 3 hits, and the first pitch to Kleinman is a ball. Kleinman out of Virginia Commonwealth recorded his first hit yesterday, as looked like Rodriguez was pulling off a delayed steal. He's caught in the middle. They throw down to second, now down to first. Still in the rundown, trying to make something happen here. Get back to first. They throw it back, and he's got to be out there. A bit of a base running miscue there for Casey Dill's squad. Isaac Rodriguez couldn't tell whether it was a delayed steal or just a massive secondary lead. But the catcher behind the plate had a good throw down to second base, and after bit of a pickle maneuver. They finally got him, so it'll be a 1-0 count against Cato Kleinman. Ball 2 in the dirt. Cato had his first hit of the season last night, or not last night, but earlier in this game. Again, he scored. Played last night in the game against the Legends, recorded 3 at-bats, did not reach base as sharp chopper to first. First baseman's got to go after, and no one's there, and Cato Kleinman sliding in for his second hit of the day. Kleinman showing it doesn't matter how you get on as long as you put the ball in play. He's been on twice, and he's sending up his twin brother Casey with a runner on first and 1 out. Another scoring opportunity for the Power. Casey Kleinman on the day, 0 for 2. He walked in the first. Lined out to second, lined out to right field. Here he is in the 6th with 1 out and a runner on in a 5-1 ball game. Takes ball 1 low in the dirt. Casey Kleinman, it's been an excellent season. Again, he returned from after a couple years away. He played with the Power back in 2021, hit over 400 in an abbreviated season. So far this year, it's the same old for one of the better Division I players in the country, one of the best bat-to-ball players in the country. Kleinman coming into the game, hitting just under 300. He's got a OPS just under 900. And it looks like that's the second balk of the day for the Inland Valley Bucs. Second balk of the day after I don't think we've seen one all season. A pickoff move down to first moves Cato Kleinman into scoring position now. Mark Kirkland moved over to second in the last inning after a balk by the same pitcher, who fires in a pitch that's up and away to Casey Kleinman. It's going to be 2-0 now. To Casey Kleinman, again out of Virginia Commonwealth. He's playing shortstop today. Both Kleinmans manning the left side of the infield. It's 3-0 now as the fastball misses the zone. 3-0, 5-1 game. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Power. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Inland Valley Bucs as a good curveball there drops into the zone, and it's 3-1 now. Just 1 out in the inning, though. Power coming into the game 5-1. Split the series against the Legends, and again have a doubleheader here, and that one's slashed into right field. Camping under it is Stoll, who collects it for the second out of the inning. Cato Kleinman will tag up there, so a productive out by Casey. And that'll lead the way to Jamal Ritter. Ritter last inning had an eventful time in the outfield, almost had an incredible diving catch after Sample, their DH, Inland Valley's DH, hit a line drive into center field. Jamal Ritter coming from pretty deep center field, ranged all the way over, dived full extension, just couldn't come up with the catch as the ball got past him and rolled all the way for a stand-up triple. And he takes strike 1 there. That triple by Sample, he's the only run to score again by the Inland Valley Bucs today. Was on an RBI single by Hernandez, their 6-hole hitter. He fouls it off. It's 0-2 now. Ritter on the day, 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. He scored 1, stole a bag. And his second single in the 4th was an RBI single. That scored Isaac Rodriguez from second. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2 now. Ritter's been a pleasant surprise so far for the Power. He's had a solid bat. He's been excellent in the outfield. And again, he's one of a handful of the guys as the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt who's really brought this kind of reformed approach to the game that this year's team has. There's a ton more speed on this team. They've been stealing bases like crazy on the weekend. They had 6 or 7 stolen bases in the last 2 games. 2-2 pitch. That's lined into the second baseman's glove. Thought it might get into the outfield, but just hangs up for the 3rd out of the inning. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-1 game. It'll be 9-10-1 for the Inland Valley Bucs, who are opting to play with an extra hitter today. They'll be due up, and we'll be right back after a break.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time.
Welcome back in, everybody. Here from UCR Baseball Field, it's a 5-1 game. Power over the Bucs in Game 1 of 2 of this doubleheader, bottom of the 6th inning. They've got 9-10-1 due up. Again, the Bucs with Rick Vanderhook opting to use an extra hitter today. As the first pitch from the newcomer, Jaden McNeely, is in there for ball one. McNeely making his power debut today out of St. Mary's, a freshman there out of Centennial High School in Corona. Strike two, a good fastball on the outer half of the zone, swung on and missed. Came over, and it's Jaden McNeely, Blake Conrad, and a ton of Division I players on this power team this year. As strike two, a curveball coming into the inner half of the zone, but McNeely out of St. Mary's did not pitch a ton there. Had 5 innings, but did not allow a run as a freshman. It's really impressive stuff from him, as the 1-2 pitches outside and a good block there by his battery mate, Blake Conrad. The two spent the season together at St. Mary's. Conrad a senior, and McNeely, the freshman, the young left-hander on the mound, kicks and fires. And that one's fouled off into the parking lot. 1-2 still. Closes out the day for Trevor Eby. He pitched 5 innings, allowed just 3 hits. 1 run, it was earned. Did not walk a man and struck out 4. Excellent work by him as a chopper down to third base. Hard throw by Cato Kleinman. Gets the runner at first, and we've got 1 out. Again, Cato Kleinman at third base, Casey Kleinman at shortstop, Isaac Rodriguez at second base, Mark Kirkland at first. That's the infield for the Power. From left to right in the outfield, Miles Walton, Jamal Ritter, Keaton Nadeau, and behind the plate, Blake Conrad, who receives ball 1 on the outer half of the zone. Did not get the call, though. It's 1-0. 1-0 against Carter for the Inland Valley Bucs, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field in the third inning. Here he is in the 6th with 1 out and nobody on, and he's got it at 1-1 after swinging through a McNeely fastball. McNeely out of the stretch, does not work out of the windup. Fires strike 2 in there. 1-2 in a 5-1 game. Power looking to win their 6th game of the year against one of 2 teams that beat them last season. Again, I mentioned that Inland Valley between the Bucs, the Pirates, and the Legends, as strike 3 is swung through there for the first strikeout of Jaden McNeely's Palm Springs Power career, but the Bucs, the Legends, and Pirates, they've always played the Power close. The Bucs last season were the first team to beat the Power. They beat them in a 3-2 game in late July to snap a 51-game franchise record win streak as the next batter, number 5, Isano, squares up to bunt and pulls it back. It's ball 1. But again, just like has been the Legends last night, took down the Power. It was 7-5. Power had a chance with runners on in the 9th inning, but a solid job by the Legends bullpen, riddled with Division I arms, to shut down the Power and really silence their offense for the first time as a sharp liner to second base, fielded by Rodriguez, thrown down to Kirkland for the third out of the inning. 4-3 putout finishes a 1-2-3 inning, and Jaden McNeely's Power debut will go to the top of the 7th. Power with the 4-run lead. It's 5-1 here in Riverside.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Top of the 7th inning, Power leading 5-1 over the Inland Valley Bucs. Miles Walton, Mark Kirkland, Brian O'Neill, middle of the lineup, due up. Walton leading off. It's about standard at this point. Had a solid day so far. He's reached all 3 times. He's 1 for 2. He scored on a walk. Got a single in there and reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. Mark Kirkland, Brian O'Neill leading the way offensively as well. The middle of the Power lineup accounting for 6 hits between the 3 of them as the first pitch is inside and gets by the catcher. As a new man on the mound, it's number 26 for the Bucs. We'll get you the name as soon as I possibly can get a roster. But the right-hander takes over in the 7th inning, and Walton drills one into left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases and roll to the wall. Rounding second and thinking about third. He's going to go for the triple. Throw to third is not in time. Leadoff triple for Miles Walton, his 2nd hit of the day. The man who has led this Power offense all season long just keeps on chugging. Another extra base hit for Miles Walton. And that leads the way to Mark Kirkland now. Kirkland on the day, 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. He's scored once. Again, reached second on that balk in the 4th inning. 1 of 2 we've seen on the day as it's 1-0 as the first pitch fastball was outside. Back with the Power for another year. Year 5 in Palm Springs for Mark Kirkland, who lines that one similar direction, left center field, but ranging over and making a great catch as their center fielder. He'll toss it over to the left fielder, and it'll be a sac fly for Mark Kirkland that'll score Miles Walton from third. And it's now 6-1 Power. Another RBI for Kirkland, second of the day. And it'll turn it over to Brian O'Neill with one out and nobody on, and a 6-1 lead in Game 3 of CPCL play. Brian O'Neill was the player of the game. First game against the Legends on Thursday. He went 3 for 4, had 2 triples, 4 RBIs, reached on a walk, and had a couple of great blocks that really saved some runs for the Power in the late innings. It's 1-0 for O'Neill. 2-0 now as the fastball's pulled into the dirt. O'Neill, we've mentioned it a few times, part of a three-headed monster for the Power at catcher between O'Neill, Conrad, and Casey Kleinman, who, well, he's a utility. He's taken some reps behind the plate. And it's a rare strength, though we haven't seen much in Palm Springs in years prior, having catcher be that much of a strength, as it's 2-1 now. Fouls it over to the on-deck circle. 2-1 to O'Neill, who watches ball 3 below the zone, but the Power in a great spot. Again, they've got 2 Division I catchers. They've got Brian O'Neill, who's a borderline Division II All-American, hit over 350 at New Mexico Highlands, and he has not stopped since he's got here. Fouls off the 3-1 offering. It's a full count now. O'Neill last night 0 for 2. Had 2 plate appearances, pinch hit in the 6th against the Legends. But again, coming off of a 3 for 4 game. Had 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, an incredible night for the backstop, and he'll take ball 4, and his second walk of the day, he's reached all 4 times. And it's Keaton Nadeau now coming up. Six to 1 ball game, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Power playing their first road game of the season. First pitch to Nadeau outside, ball 1. Nadeau out of Cal State San Bernardino. Has 1 hit with the Power this season. Got that against the San Diego Bombers last weekend. He's been hit a couple of times. Really looking to get it going with the bat. Coming into the day, .091 batting average, 286 on base, 182 slug. But he had a fantastic freshman year with Cal State San Bernardino, and he's ahead 2-0. Drives that one into the left center field gap, going back on it, and he's going to make a catch for out number 2. But again, for Keaton Nadeau, a great freshman year at San Bernardino. Played 31 games, hit .412 with a .444 on base, .529 slugging percentage for a .973 OPS. Again, it was limited time, but as a freshman, you got to be happy with that season. And it'll turn it over to Blake Conrad with 2 outs and a runner on first. Conrad 0 for 3. He's flew out to center and right, and grounded out into a 4-3 putout in the 5th. Fouls that one off the netting. 0-1 with 2 outs. Conrad just hoping to extend the inning, hoping to provide some extra insurance to the Power with a 5-run lead today. Move it over to Isaac Rodriguez, who's reached on 2 errors. Get it to Cato Kleinman, who had his first hit of the Power season earlier today. 1-1 now. The right-hander Waiting and firing out of the stretch, and a fastball runs too far inside on Conrad and hits him. Conrad to first, Brian O'Neill to second. The pair of catchers on base for Isaac Rodriguez, and we're going to have to wait a moment because the backstop for the Bucs is going to take a moment to talk to his pitcher, who has not been too precise this inning. He's ran a 3-ball count to Brian O'Neill. He's allowed the hit on Miles Walton. He walked O'Neill and then had a couple of shots that were just hard contact against Mark Kirkland and Blake Conrad, both of them to center field. And hitting Blake Conrad with a pitch. Hoping to change it up here, hoping to find the zone against Isaac Rodriguez. Rodriguez, hard ground ball to second. He's going to go the short way to his shortstop. 4-6 ends the inning, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th here in Riverside. We'll be right back after a break. Power up by 5.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Riverside. Power up 6-1 in CPCL play over the Inland Valley Bucs. Doubleheader here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We'll have Game 2 coming in just about half an hour after the first game concludes, and Power looking to take 2 here after a loss last night against the Inland Valley Legends. First pitch by Jaden McNeely is a ball outside. Second one gets under it, lifts it way up in the air. Camping under it, Isaac Rodriguez. He'll collect it for a quick first out. 2 pitches by McNeely. McNeely again came in and made his debut for the Power first outing. Went 1-2-3 last inning. Struck out a batter, and so far, so good for the young man out of Corona, California. Fires in strike 1 against the number 3 hitter, Stoll. Stoll 1 for 2, had a single in the first. Strike 2 is lifted into deep left field, camping under that Miles Walton, and he'll collect the second out of the inning. Second out of the inning, and now it's Sample coming up, who scored the only run of the game for the Inland Valley Legends. A leadoff triple in the 5th. That was a hard liner into center field. Jamal Ritter couldn't collect it as he was diving after it. It ran for a while. Miles Walton came up with it, but it was too little too late. Sample ended up at third, and a single scored him later. First pitch to him. High fly ball to Ritter. He'll get that one. And 2 quick innings for Jaden McNeely. And it looks like that's going to be the ball game. The Power take home the win 6-1. Trevor Eby will take home the win. 5 innings, 1 run. The run was earned. 4 strikeouts, just 3 hits, and the Power win it in 7. We'll have Game 2 coming to you in just about 30 to 45 minutes, and we'll be right back, same place. And the Power looking to take home game number 2 and win number 7 of the season. We will be right back as soon as we can.